The Hong Kong chief executive has offered a host of measures to make the city more competitive and to overcome discontent among locals. And for more details, Cathy Yang joins us from Hong Kong. Cathy, what are some of the highlights of Leung's speech about the economy?
Hong Kong Chief Executive C.Y. Leung attempted to bolster public support, Michelle, by announcing plans to solve some of the social issues. Now, he earmarked $6.5 billion for a retirement fund, as well as raised minimum wages by 8%. But a big chunk of his address focused on resolving the touchiest social issue in this city, the growing housing shortage. For many years, this became home to 27-year-old Hong Kong local Leo Tam, a government housing estate shared with his parents in Chung Kwang O. 680 square feet of space, with 3 bedrooms at a subsidized monthly rent of about $250 US. It's one of the perks the family gets from the government, with his dad working as a fireman. The only drawback, soon as dad retires, he and mom will have to find a new place to stay.
They were offered no-cost housing twice, but they didn't like them because they want to wait for high floor.
It's a perennial problem, finding one's personal space in a city that's starved of new land to accommodate new homes. That's why the government's been developing new towns such as this, in Tuen Kwan O. This is a new government housing estate to help ease the housing shortage and make homes more affordable. As it is now, even if one applied for subsidized housing, one would have to win in the ballot first. And then there is that problem of the flat size, too small for the steep price one pays for.
I have no intentions of buying a flat here. I will only rent.
Here in this local restaurant in Chung Kwang O, customers looked oblivious to the live feed of Hong Kong Chief Executive C.Y. Leung's policy address over lunch. He renewed his pledge to boost long-term land supply.
The government is hoping that, by supplying more land, sending a signal that more units coming on board, and then, create a good sort of a market atmosphere.
And that includes converting some of Hong Kong's precious green breathing spaces, a move that has met resistance from environmentalists. But this former farmland in Tai Po has since embraced development. On this site now stands Li Ka-shing's Montvert residential development, the cheapest for sale now in Hong Kong at $250,000 US for a tiny 177 square feet of space. Such may be the shape of things to come, fears Leo, but he still hopes his parents could enjoy their twilight years in a home they can finally call their own. Last year, rising home prices in Hong Kong contrasted with those in Singapore and London, Michelle. These rival cities saw home prices cool as governments there imposed various curbs, including the tightening of mortgages. But here in Home Kong, home prices surged to a record.